Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shetler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
Sigourney Lumber at 802 Shuffleton Street in Sigourney has all your building and project needs along with expert advice. Sigourney Lumber offers a wide variety of lumber, siding, roofing, doors, windows, cabinets, countertops, hardware, and features the Bathroom Onyx collection. For power tools and paint options, visit WashingtonLumberIA.com. Open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5, Saturdays 8 to noon. If you want quality service and experience, go to Sigourney Lumber.
Oh, yeah. Time for some real talk, brother.
All right. It is that time of week again when Steve and Aaron talk about real things. And sometimes we talk about heavy things. And sometimes there's a lot of silliness here in the Oski Dental Studio. Occasional bursts of silliness.
Yes.
But we try to keep the topics real. But here's the thing. Have you ever seen these memes where there's usually some angry looking rapper and the meme says, "Why is it that the most real people have the least friends?" And have you seen that?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I apparently have the wrong algorithm.
Or the right one.
Or the right one. No, I don't. Actually, right now my algorithm is full of rugby.
Oh, you must have stayed 10 seconds on a rugby video or something.
I watched one rugby video, and my algorithm flooded me with rugby, and now I'm kind of becoming a rugby fan. It's I even looked up some of the rules to try to figure out what on earth they're doing. But some fascinating stuff. Yeah. Anyway, the meme, why is it that the most real people? Well, it depends on what you really are. Maybe you don't have any friends because you're a real jerk.
Yeah.
But if you were a genuinely kind person, that might attract people to you. And then you might have lots of friends. I don't know.
There are ways of telling the truth and keeping it real in a friendly manner. Or at least, a not mean or confrontational manner.
Yeah. Well, and if you think of friendly as being, as a friend, I care about your well-being, and so I'm telling you this difficult thing because I truly believe it will be healthy for you to hear it. Yeah. That's kind. That's friendly. So. Anyway, that's just a little throwaway thought there for the beginning. But we are going to go into or back into the minor prophets today, and I've found that oftentimes the minor prophets can feel a little bit heavy. There's often kind of a lot of here's the things that God is really angry about, and when you stop and think about those things, you think, oh yeah, maybe it's actually good that God is angry about those things, like oppression of the poor, sacrificing babies to false gods. Like, what if the real God was not bothered by that? Yeah. Do you want to live in a universe where the one true God is okay with child sacrifice?
Nope.
No,
thank you.
So... But once again, a heavy topic doesn't mean it's a bad topic or a topic that we should avoid. It just means, it takes some spiritual, emotional muscle to lean into those, and maybe some thinking power. I think we're going to talk about thinking power next week.
Do I need to get my thinking cap out of the closet?
Maybe.
I usually don't wear it.
Maybe.
I'll have to dust it off.
So I'm just going to leave that one there, Steve. We'll let our listeners weigh in about whether or not you wear your thinking cap often enough. No. I wanna dip into the book of Hosea, which is one of those minor prophets that maybe we don't talk about a whole lot.
You have to say it like that. Hosea. Yeah, there you go.
No, that was accidental.
I didn't know if you were stressing that.
No, just came out weird. Now I feel really awkward saying that word. Hosea. Maybe we will say it that way. That's how we'll lighten the mood.
It sounds Hosea. Very religious.
Yeah, like I know how to speak Hebrew.
Yes, there you go.
I am not a Hebrew scholar, but I do say Hosea. All right, I want to remind our listeners to go out and grab a copy of Keith Spurgeon's book Unknown. It did hit the USA Today bestseller list, so good stuff there. And so Keith talks in here about, well, it's about finding connection in a disconnected world. And he's got a chapter about open communication and how that helps us connect. So really, really briefly, 4 levels of communication. Cliche. Hey, how are you doing? Oh, wow, it's kind of cloudy today. Yeah, sure was sunny yesterday, though.
How about them Hawks?
How about them Hawks? I mean, yeah, the women made the Big Ten championship game.
Yep.
After that. Okay, so after cliche comes facts and information. And if we both love the Hawks, we can sit around and talk about the Hawks for a long time. And then maybe we can, get together to watch the Hawks on TV and eat some pizza and drink some Pepsi and have a good time. And that's where most friendships start. So we exchange information about topics that we both enjoy talking about. Level 3 is where things get a little dicier. It's feelings and opinions. So, emotions, I don't know if I want to share. I might cry, and then I might look like a slobbery, blubbery, snotty mess, and or opinions is where we might start to disagree, and I don't vote like you, so maybe we can't be friends anymore, right? And then the 4th level of communication is intimacy, where we're just really sharing deeply about who we really are and still staying in the relationship. If you found out about this, would you still love me? And oh, wow, you did find out about it. And you do still love me. And we can have this honest conversation about those things. So 4 levels of communication. And is Keith just making stuff up for this book that you should know? That you should go out and buy? No, he's not. There's this relationship stuff is all over the place in the scriptures. So I would start off just in John 14, which starts like this: do not let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God. Well, trust is a relational interaction, right? It's if I share a piece of information about my life with you and you handle it well, like you don't make fun of me for my dumb feelings, or you don't go tell everybody on...
I was going to say, I'm going to post it on Facebook.
Well, right.
Aaron said...
You won't believe what his secret sin is. Then trust will break down really quickly. So Jesus is saying, trust in God. Trust also in me. And my Father's house are many rooms. If it were not so, I would have told you, I'm going there to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back and take you to be with me, that you also may be where I am, and you know the place, or the way to the place where I am going. So the end game for Jesus is that we be in the place where he is. Well, what's that? It's relationship. It's dwelling together. It's spending time together. And actually, my understanding of this from some of the more scholarly types of Bible teachers is that Jesus is talking about the custom of an engaged couple where the man would build a room on his father's house. And when that room was finished, then the wedding would occur, and he would take his his wife back to live in that room in his father's house. So there's this picture of like that kind of joyful expectation for a life together and fruitfulness and intimacy and happiness and all the things that we dream about when we dream about marriage. So anyway, take that. That's fun. But that's just a clue for us in how we like how to read these minor prophets, these heavier parts of the Old Testament. So we get back to the book of Hosea and kind of one of the fun, happy verses, because a lot of these prophets have lots of doom and gloom and destruction and stuff. And then there's these bright, sparkly, like, but God is actually gonna rescue you from this situation. And so one of these kind of bright, sparkly points is in chapter 6, verse 6, where God says, "For I desire mercy, not sacrifice, and knowledge of God rather than burnt offerings." So like God desires mercy, and we think, oh, well, that's nice. What does that mean? And well, if we started back at the beginning of Hosea, we would have a really good idea of what that means. Way back in chapter 1, when the Lord began to speak through Hosea, the Lord said to him, "Go, take to yourself an adulterous wife and children of unfaithfulness, because the land is guilty of the vilest adultery." Like, talk about God's opinions. Like, that's a strong opinion. Do you want to know what the vilest thing is in my mind? And it's not pizza with green olives on it.
That's number 2.
That's number 2, but it's not the vilest. Have you ever had pizza with green olives on it?
No.
Yeah. See, like, and I'm a less picky eater than you. I think I can say that fairly, right?
Yes,
You're a somewhat.
Most people can't.
Let's say you're a traditional eater. No, we won't call it pickiness, but yeah, bro. But olives on pizza is not the vilest. So we're getting strong opinions from God. Let's see, where was I? The land is guilty of the vilest adultery in departing from the Lord. So Hosea married Gomer, daughter of Diblaim, and she conceived and bore him a son. So what does it mean for God to show mercy to us? It actually means that even when we have done the vilest things, God will still approach us and ask us for a relationship, a deep relationship where he loves us and hopes to train us to love as well. But that's mercy. And God is calling Hosea to... This is way too serious to be that goofy.
Yes. I'm glad you're the one that's doing it.
Yeah, I get to be the goofball this time. So that is actually what God is. That's the standard that God lives at, and the standard that God is calling us to. So Jesus ends up quoting that verse, "I desire mercy, not sacrifice." He ends up quoting that verse whenever the Pharisees come around and are like, "Hey, why are you hanging around with tax collectors and sinners and people like that?" And Jesus points back at that and says, "Look, you go back to even that weighty, kind of heavy prophetic stuff. The message in that is that God is calling even the vilest sinners to himself." So, Steve, we really don't know who's listening. There could be anybody listening.
Sure. Yeah.
Maybe you're sitting out there thinking, "I messed my life up way beyond repair, and I'm beyond loving." Well, take this to the bank. Go pick up the book of Hosea and start reading. And even though it's weighty, you will find these gems of truth about God's love for you and his determination to rescue you from your own sin. So, hey, I think that's probably a good place to wrap up, huh?
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Put a plug in for your church there, Pastor.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you want to be part of a group of people who are trying to show mercy to each other and trying to have a little bit of fun, like we've got a game night coming up and fun stuff like that. New Life Community Church in downtown Wellman. We're your friendly neighborhood downtown church. We meet at 257 8th Avenue in Wellman. You can come in on the 8th Avenue side. Right next to Bender's, where you can pick up some lunch afterwards, or you can come in from the 9th Avenue side, park in the city parking lot, and find the door and come in that way, and we'll have a fresh pot of coffee for you, and we'll be ready to move forward in life together.
Fantastic. So we appreciate New Life Community Church. Of course, they bring us this program here on Steve Shuttler Media. Well, that'll do it for this week. Aaron, let's come back next week and do it again.
All right.
Same bat time, same bat channel, real talk.